You are not going to take this location as a police barracks, you dirty old pedophile. It will be over my dead body. And John Mahony, I've got to tell you this, mate. All of the people in this town that you used against me, all the CFMEU guys, they've got a hit on Ben Foster and you. The gangsters in this town have a hit on Ben Foster, Officer Ben Foster, and on Officer John Mahony. Isn't that funny? So you fella, John, you use those guys to come after me. Now they want to burn down the courthouse because you set them up. Okay, so the fellas that have been hanging around here that wanted me before for fucking 5 years, they don't have any bad blood with me anymore, but they have bad blood with the Caloundra police station. John, you dirty old pedophile, you use the law preferentially. Everybody knows that you have sexually molested. You are the Harvey Weinstein of the Queensland Police Force, you dirty old fuck. You can't even stand up and walk because you've eaten yourself into a disability in the time that in the time I've been here. So Kaylee, that girl that went to, that's an Eshe and everything, that went to the school and did the stabbing, she did that because we called Brisbane Command and told them to get mental health out here and do something, and you ignored it. You were over at Guzman and Gomez you got your food and you went back and ate, and then you had to wait to finish your food and come back. Like, who do you think you are? You're a policeman. What the fuck is going on with your command? You're ridiculous. You think you're grandpa. You're not fucking grandpa, cunt. You're going to get fucking killed. This is the Kill John Mahony podcast. So your cousin Louis Mahony killed his wife, and my mum went and was a witness for the fucking prosecution and got him put in jail for life, man. And then you are allowed to use the police to come after me because your cousin was guilty of murdering his wife? This is how filthy this fucking town is, right? So this John Mahony guy, what happens is there's a Medellin fucking organized crime group, right? There's a Bandidos. There's a Rebels, right? They've killed people. They've tried to kill me. And the person who fucking runs them is John Mahony, and he's been the superintendent since 2016 or something. So instead of him breaking up the gangs, what he did was he always just integrated them and then got them to pay their dues to him like he's a gangster lord. O'Brien knows this, right? Ted O'Brien knows this, and the other Irish. This scummy piece of shit is making all of the Irish look like shit. We've got to get Dudley Smith off the fucking force. This scumbag piece of shit is destroying the Queensland Police Force. So the Queensland Police Force is all, and its power base relies on 60 IQ old, dirty old Irish pedophiles. And I call you a pedophile because of the dirty shit that goes on at your place there, John. We need you out of this city, and you fucking sullied it. So you're involved in all of the dirty shit with Jason Hunt. Jason Hunt's out. Now Kendall's in, and now what you've done is you've brought Kendall into sexual fucking blackmail porn, you dirty old fucking lout. Caloundra has no respect left for you. Step down and retire, you fucking dirty old pedophile. You destroyed your career. You're trying to cover up the Whiskey A Go. That Queensland police were involved in the Whiskey A Go fire, and they killed 15 civilians. That's a tip of the fucking iceberg. From what I've known, the Queensland police kill fucking hundreds of thousands of people a year in targeted extrajudicial killings. And it Drew and these guys here that have to check in for fucking bail on these fake charges on, like, the cat conspiracy guy said that you assaulted me, so you're going to jail. They don't have charges on you, Drew. They get you to check in 3 times a week and book for fucking bail so they can start to make up a case in the background and fabricate it. Their application of the law is highly federally illegal. It's fucking illegal. Their presence is illegal. They've been illegal for so fucking long that the president has to fucking probably do a Title 10 or a Title 50 operation to authorize somebody to assassinate these authorize U.S. agents to assassinate these motherfuckers because they're non-state hostile actors. They're state hostile actors and non-state hostile actors, as according to Mike Pompeo's designation. Mike Pompeo knows, right? The mole that is compromising us is this old cunt, this old John Mahony, this Irish fucking wanker that is a superintendent at that place, right? He thinks that he's grandpa. He thinks he's grandpa that can stick his fingers in all the fucking kids, mate. You're a dirty old fucking drunken poofter. And the second you get off work, you're out with a fucking drink in your hand. And that's why you're fat. That's why you, as a superintendent, you couldn't arrest anybody, you fat cunt. You have no physical abilities at all because of alcohol. You've drank yourself, and this is it. Scott Howison, no physical ability at all because he's drank himself to death with alcohol. Without a gun, you couldn't defend yourself. All of these cops, right, without a gun, they can't defend themselves. The only person that I know is fucking Craig Ballard. Even like Marty Simpson, he stands there like he looks good, but you can see he can't do shit. He's not functional. He doesn't know how to fucking fight. So, John, you've been like, oh, Donald Trump, fuck Donald Trump. This is about a fight between Donald Trump and John Mahony, okay? John Mahony, a communist, an Australian-Irish communist who's anti-Trump, pro-Biden, pro-Democrat, okay? Who was involved in the conspiracy with the Blackwater lady that was speaking to me in the run-up to Donald Trump getting shot in the ear. So I believe that the Democrats and the Labor Party went to BlackRock and Blackwater, and then they organized to assassinate Donald Trump, and that what they were going to do was that I was going to get blamed for it. They were going to shoot him, and then they were going to blame it on me. That's why they were fucking talking to me like Amanda and Mike and all that. They were going to shoot Trump, and they were going to fucking turn me into the dude that shot JFK. But I fucking got a strange gut feeling. And I sent an email 45 minutes before Trump got shot down. I saved his fucking life. And they won't say it, but they know that Barron knows that, and his security team knows that if they hadn't got a suspicious email from me, from an agent saying, I've got your back. I'm the fucking hero or Noda of fucking Trump assets, man. And I'm out here in the fucking jungle fighting the good fight. Keep your head down. I'm here for you. 45 minutes later, boom. That's real. It's not fake. It sounds like a movie, but it's real. I'm the man who saved the president of the United States' life. I sent him a message 45 minutes before he got shot. And then I went for a walk. I sent an email. I went for my walk. I came back, and everything was quiet, and everybody was staring at me. And then my brother's like, Donald Trump just got shot. What the fuck? And then my brother got a message from the army with a picture of Crooks with a bullet through his head. And I was like, fuck, the Democrats are in there. It's probably meant to be Donald Trump. This is a hit. And they fucking got me in the center of it. So, all of this stuff, this Thomas Matthew Crooks assassination leads back to John Mahony and the Caloundra police station. A lot of the most horrible things, like information goes to the phones that John Mahony confiscated from Dave, and then somebody hands that information to Russia, and then Russia uses that to kill Ukrainian officers and kill Ukrainian civilians on a train, on an armed train. This has happened multiple occasions in like the last month. We've caught them. We know there is a mole. We know that Ben Handley, that John Mahony, that Scott Howison, that Natasha Naumann, they're all moles. They're all anti-Trump administration moles who they don't do their jobs they're evil, resentful, like cynical people. They're the type of people that they really have no place in our world. They're so evil and cynical. And then they're given a responsible job that they've demonstrated they're not even good at, let alone can do or have the responsibility to be able to maintain that type of job. To them, it's just an egotistical veneer, an egotistical exterior of like, I've got a gun. You got to get out of my face. In Australia, only people that have got guns are police, so we could just do what we want. So, like, you're worried that my art was going to make you guys look bad. You made yourselves look worse than my art could make you look. You're scum. You're the lowest scum. And it goes to show what the Aboriginals suspect. The Irish, right? They're Pindic scum. Worthless Pindic scum. Most of them here in this country, not the real ones, but the ones like this John Mahony, right? I'm part Irish too, but I'm not Pindic scum. You see, as I said, this guy, the cop and all this stuff. Okay, so OnlyFans in the United States, right? OnlyFans. I was represented by William Morris Endeavour and Paradigm before, and Scott Einbinder. You're probably familiar with my fucking TV shows and stuff, right? And pictures and all that type of stuff from the past. Everybody, Discovery, you all know me. You all know me. Discovery, National Geographic, you all fucking know me, man. Okay, so because Einbinder said something good about me, John thought, and so John so deeply hates Jewish people. I would like to interview him about Jewish people because what I've heard continuously is him saying, I'm going to get that subhuman Jewish, Aboriginal, fucking Indian, whatever the fuck that piece of shit is. I'm going to get him out of there and I'm going to turn that into a QPS police barracks. Fuck you. This week, there's a good chance that the gangsters that you've turned on me are going to start opening fire on you. And it's got nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you, in the last week, I've been told that there's people here that have had enough that are going to fucking kill John Mahony. That's what I've heard. I've heard that dirty, old, cynical, lazy pedophile fraudster. So you see, he's a pedophile fraudster. He sits there and he uses the fucking child protection system. All of the people that he's calling pedophiles and abusers and shit, we all know, obviously, it's the people that know that he is a fucking low-life pedophile. There's a type of ethical stuff going on within their command, like sexual blackmail, sending around pictures of dead people, sending around sex pictures of within their command. They're absolute savages. They are the fucking Caloundra police station under John Mahony is Sodom and Gomorrah. He is fucking evil, and everything that he does is Sodom and Gomorrah, and he goes up to people and pretends he's a good Catholic. He's a dirty, old, ass-fingering faggot. And that's from Our Lady Help of Christians. What would the nun said? He is the worst, dirty, filthy, old, cynical, pedophile, faggot, fraudster who's used $500,000 of the Australian taxpayers' dollars that was funded by America to make America look bad. John, we'll fucking kill you, cunt. Everybody in this country will kill you, you old fucking pedophile, before you bring fucking charges on me. Try to bring your fucking fake charges on me, and you're a fucking dead man, cunt. You're a fucking dead man, and that's it about you here. You don't like it? If you try to fuck with me now, I'm not gonna fucking suck it up. I'm gonna kill you. We don't need dirty pigs making the fucking police look like shit. You are a fucking dirty, low-life fucking pig. Step aside, John Mahony. You've fucked up Caloundra, and everybody knows it in the business community. You were involved in trying to turn fucking Caloundra into a youth prison with fucking Jason Hunt. How good would that have been? Beautiful Bayside suburb, upper fucking class Bayside suburb, turned into a youth prison by those fucking stupid old fucking totalitarian faggots. As long as they've got their fucking horses watered at the end of the evening with beer, they don't give a fuck. Feed their guts, fucking watch TV with their kids and fucking drink beer, lazy fucking piece of shit. So Keely, she's in the situation she's in because of you, you dirty old cunt, because you were eating Guzman and Gomez and you didn't listen when somebody said this girl's having a mental health fucking issue. She just smashed all the fucking glass over at the fucking shopping centre. Oh. This is how John walked, right? Finally, I'm waiting for John. Finally, I'm waiting for somebody. I'm calling mental health and everything. Calling 131 444 in Brisbane, right, which is the police command, okay? Calling them. And they're not scummy pieces of corrupt shit. They're not. Okay? So this is John, right, over there, Guzman and Gomez. The girl has went crazy, smashed everything, and I've called the police on multiple occasions, right? And then John, he gets out of his car and he's like this. This is him. Oh, there's something going on. I'm just waiting my burrito. This is John Mahony. Yeah, hey, how's it going? This is Officer John Mahony. Yeah, what do you think of my big hat? Yeah, this is Officer John Mahony. I'm sorry, I was busy feeding my face. I'm busy feeding my face. I'm John Mahony. I'm just a big belly. I'm just a big belly that looks like Roosevelt. So our Prime Minister has had people saying that he's a fucking pedophile because he listened to you. And then what he did was he joined in on the pedophile express with you. You're fucking pedophiles. You're fucking cucks and you're fucking pedophiles. And that's not a joking pedophile. I believe that the Caloundra police, as David Gulkagen and everybody else and the Indigenous people know, there's sex offenders on their staff, and then they also cover for high-profile sex offenders in the community, and then they fucking make people who aren't sex offenders, they try to make people that are the opposite look like sex offenders. So everything that you've done is about $100 million worth of defamation, and you think that your qualified immunity, you old faggot, saves you. Like, qualified immunity, it only protects you from doing particular things. There's some things that you should just never operationally do because it's in a democracy, and that's you. You don't understand the difference between a democracy and a socialist country and a Nazi country. So you are a Nazi and a commie, and trying to tell us that socialist, trying to tell us that this is democracy, John. You're an uneducated dinosaur, and they need to get you out of the line. So this week, as I said, there's people that told me they're going to bomb the fucking courthouse. Not me, but I've heard people say that. So let me say this to you guys. I'm looking for the records to the superintendent. Was it Senior Sergeant John Diggle from Mount Cravat CIB, who I was a witness for in the rape case, right? When I was 20. Okay. I'm going to get those files. I'm getting the FOIA. I'm going to send an email to the FOI and ask them to extend the Patrick Brian Gardner FOI to John Mahony, by the way. Okay. So this has been like the Kill Tony podcast, right? Like Kill Tony. There's a Kill Tony podcast. Now this is the Kill John Mahony podcast. So John Mahony has pictures of my ex-girlfriends and everything, me going down on them, pictures of my penis, and he's fucking sharing it around like and thinking that I'm ashamed or something like that. Man, there's not many men that can make a woman go off like that within fucking 10 minutes. Most women can't even focus, can't be that focused in their fucking life. You're sending that shit around, dude. And then you're thinking that it's my student. So this is it, right? My girlfriend Nyop and I were famous in Vietnam. We were in this fucking group called The Wind, right? And then with Chang, this girl from the north, right? And it's like a dance group, and she and I kind of performed together and stuff. And like, I was kind of like a performer with her in some ways. I'd dress up and I was a manager and all that stuff, right? So she left for Malaysia with all these gays. These gays convinced her that leaving me and doing sexy shows and then fucking banging dudes on the side in Malaysia after the sexy show would be something for her to do. So she left me, and then I went from being like liberal, pro-gay and all that type of stuff, and then I moved back to Australia, and then I just said a lot of bad stuff about gays because they fucking broke my relationship up. And I started to change then. But then this John Mahony guy thought like that he can, that's an Asian, so I can do what I want to do with that. And this is not even like Pauline Hanson, right? And One Nation. Our country's changing. Like a lot of people that would never have believed in One Nation before now believe in One Nation. And that's not being Nazi and that's not being communist either. I'm saying there's different ideologies that are developing right now. The Labor Party got 70% of the vote last time, but it's a democracy. So it means the next time that swing is going to swing hard against them. So Anthony Albanese is in an imaginary world where he thinks that Morrison Lakey and AI is going to make it that there'll be another Labor Party leader in Australia that will be able to take over for him. Like with me, that would have been a potential if he hadn't have isolated me, thrown me out into the cold, and then did what he did. So now the Liberal National Party, the people that are doing the good things like Dan Purdy, David Christoforli, Kendall Morton, Yasmina Jolich, all these people, right? Now I side with them. I side with them. Even when they're fucking up and siding with the police and everything, I rather side with them because they're covering John Mahony's back because he's a cop. But they also know that he's dirty because he's Australian Labor Party, and that's why they're not Labor Party, and that's why they're Liberal National Party, because they know that the dirty cops are all ALP. All of the dirtiest cops in this state are ALP because this state has been traditionally an ALP state. Queensland Police are Queensland state workers, okay? So I fell in love with a policewoman, and then her fucking boss decided that I wasn't good enough for her. As long as I'm a policeman, you'll never be in. You are not of character. It's like, you're not of character to be anywhere, mate. You can't. Okay, so I've got to show. There's been a multiple car accident on so then what happened was Mr. MacMillan. That's all, folks. That's you, dude. You're a fucking retread. You are a fucking retread. You're not the fucking $20 fucking tire retread type motherfucker fucking radials. You're a fucking radial without the belt. You're a fucking retread. Morning, everybody. This has been the Kill John Mahony podcast, the Louis Mahony and John Mahony podcast. So for the police in America, let's recap. John Mahony's cousin, Louis Mahony, killed his wife in my grandmother's hometown. My mother knew this Louis Mahony individual, right, from work. My ma was a character witness for the prosecution, securing Louis Mahony's life imprisonment. Then, about 2 years later, I came here, and my mom came here, and then this motherfucker's cousin, John Mahony, was allowed to cast me as a serial killer as revenge for my mother being a witness with the prosecution getting his serial killer cousin put in jail. And then all of this has been his revenge. And it's justifiable, right? All of this has been justifiable. No, John is a retard. He shouldn't have been involved. He's not mature enough. None of his command is mature enough to be involved. They all need to be fired, and they need to be moved off the Sunshine Coast if David Christoforli no longer wants to make a fucking joke of this state in front of all of the people that have had to email this week. So we need to get rid of this dirty cop so all these fucking rock stars and movie stars can come to the Sunshine Coast, right? So let's get rid of these dirty cops.